Good morning, everyone. We're here once again to reaffirm our strength, how powerful we are as people as we move through this pandemic, through storms, through all the things that are happening in our world today. The twists, the turns, the ups and downs, called the labyrinth of life. Sometimes we'd say, man, couldn't it be good all the time? And then we'd be bored of that too, us humans. But we also stand here and send blessings and healing light to Texas, where the storms have hit them hard and they weren't prepared for it, just as we weren't prepared for the pandemic. And it seems like that seems to be getting itself moving forward and changing, and now here come these storms. But God is in the midst of it, and we will get through it. And this led me to thinking of doing a Kwanzaa service today in honor of Black History Month. It's usually done at the beginning of the year, and I usually do a service with all the decorations and the whole setup, and it's a beautiful ceremony. But I'm going to do a mini one for you today and share the history of it and the steps that are taken, or principles that they use to bring about strength, love, togetherness, and oneness in the Black community and in communities all over the world. No matter what is happening with us and what is happening, especially with Black people in the past and still going on even today, we believe as people that we can get through it. And by acknowledging our oneness, we stand strong in unity. So let's begin our service with a prayer. As we breathe in and out. Heavenly presence within each and every one of us. Universal spirit around all and every one of us. We stand today strong with your strength, with your power, as we focus on your Holy Spirit, for your blessings and your divine revelations that come to us each day, each moment, and each breath. And we give thanks for those blessings and those healings and that love and that caring each day. And we send that feeling and that energy that we receive out into the world to bless all those in need of healing, in need of blessing, in need of prayer. We send love and courage and strength from our inner being to those in Texas and other parts of the world that are struggling. We send love and strength and courage to doctors and nurses and caregivers around the world who are now able to go home a little bit earlier today because the hospitals aren't as full as they were even a month ago. We send thanks and courage and strength to all people, our friends, our families, our co-workers, those we meet on the street. For we are one family, moving in this world, guided by the light, your light, God, and we give thanks. As we affirm, I am strong in the Lord and in the strength of his might. We are each strong in the Lord. As we claim it here in our prayers, for we know we can turn to God in prayer whenever we need strength to pull us through a situation, to overcome grief. And we know when we turn to God, the joy of the Lord is our strength. As we turn within and pray, we are healed and we are giving physical strength and energy to move forward and take this step, even if we are weak, for we become strong. And God is our strength. God is our heart. So breathe in and give thanks this moment, for we are never powerless in any situation. For we have the strength of God, the power of God, according to his might. And with his strength we overcome fear. And remember, God is our refuge and our strength. So breathe in each moment when things overwhelm you and allow the strength of God to flow through you, not just this moment, but every moment, strength to strength to strength. We know that God is our strength. For through him we are powerful and we can overcome all things. So, dear God, dear presence, universal spirit, we give thanks this day and every day. Amen. So do you feel strong? I've been talking about strength for a while, the last couple of weeks. And this week's topic is called Our Strength. And like I said, I'm going to share a Kwanzaa service ceremony with you. But first, we're going to listen to a song. I found this one. It's called Let 'Em See You're Strong. It's by Tia McGrath. Let 'Em See You're Strong. Little country, but it's a great song. So listen to this one.
Let 'em see you're strong. Let 'em see you're willing to keep going. Let 'em see your power comes from somewhere they can't fathom. Let 'em see you smile when a tear might serve you better. The road is long. Let 'em see you're strong. Let 'em see your burn. Let 'em know they can't put out your passion. Let 'em see your fire comes from a calling that's forever. Let 'em see you fly when falling comes so easy. It's how you learn. So let 'em see you burn. The darkest night can't hide the smallest flame. Oh, and darling, there's only one candle with your name. So let 'em see your light. Let 'em see how God just keeps you shining. Let 'em see your best, even when you don't feel like trying. Let 'em see a star. You're a star that was born to be a beacon, shining bright. So let 'em see your light.
So are you strong? This song says to let them see your light. Let them see you burning bright, and let them see you're strong. And this is what we're talking about Black History Month, with our strength that we have. Keep on keeping on. We keep moving forward. We stand up for our rights. We get knocked down and we fight again, and we keep the fight going. And our strength is what keeps us going. As we define it from the revealing word, that strength, that inner strength that we as a Black people hold is the energy of God. It originates from spirit, and it manifests in our words, in our mind, and all our being. It's not just that physical part, it's all of us. And the capacity to continue to accomplish, to continue to put one step in front of the other. Even when we're knocked down, we get back up. So this is what we're talking about today, our strength as a culture, as we honor Black History Month. So this Kwanzaa service, I'll give you a little history about it and the 7 principles. And we're going to imagine lighting these candles, because I'll go through it and just be with it and imagine it as if it were today. And I always say things don't have to happen like this. Is usually done from December 26th to January 1st, the starting of the new year. We did a candlelighting service and a burning bowl service at Unity, and I did that online. And this is just another one. It's just, we could take the dates out, and it's a new beginning. Things are starting to change, so let's start blessing the change that's coming on and give it a new light and show them that we're strong to keep on keeping on. So this Kwanzaa service was, of course, came about in the 60s during the turbulent times in the United States for African Americans. And it was a way of preserving African American culture. And Dr. Corina created this cultural holiday. Like I said, it was December 26th to January 1st. And in 1966, the Kwanzaa service was born out of a need for all African Americans, regardless of their religious beliefs, to come together and celebrate family, tradition, and community. And this is what this is all about: family, tradition, and community coming together as we fight the fight of the pandemic, the storms, and all this, as we come together as communities to work. And these principles will work at any time in your life. And the Kwanzaa roots are derived from the Swahili term Matunda ya Kwanzaa. And I will apologize right now. I tend to really mess up words, and I'm going to try my best to say them correctly. I've practiced them, but I will stick to most of the English words. And I'll give you the website where you can look it up and you can practice the words if you want, so that I don't destroy them and mess up the service. This Kwanzaa service started with the roots of it, the first fruits. That's what that means. And you focus on the 7-day event, which not only encompasses the African tradition, but also based on the Pan-African language, which is primarily spoken in Africa today. And that's what the Matunda ya Kwanzaa is all about. And similar to New Year's, as I said, it's passing of 1 year and welcoming in a new year. So we're going to pass the last year's Black History Month and welcome in this year's Black History Month to continue throughout the year. It's a time of reflection of African roots. They observe the ancient times when African harvest or first fruit celebrations represented 5 functions, which included the reaffirmation or the ingathering of people to bond together, giving thanks to God, recognizing, honoring ancestors, honoring culture and values, celebrating life as a family, a community, and existence as a people. Isn't this what we're doing? We might not have everybody at our house all the time. Christmas was different, as we said. Valentine, all of these celebrations that we're so accustomed to going out and having big events are different. But we can still honor our ancestors, our cultural values, our family, and our community as one through audio, through Zoom, through so many different ways until that time when we can meet in person and do it. But it doesn't stop us from doing this. So we get to reflect with this service on a worldwide with African people. That's why Black History Month, and all over the world in different parts, they may do it this month, they may do it at different times. But we can come together to reaffirm our commitment to the ancient bonds which serve to strengthen the African identity, in particular, in all parts, as part of a world community. Boy, do we need a world community to stand as one in this world that is so separated by cultures and divisions of faiths and all that. And we need to come together to embrace all of the diversity of our world. Because I always say when people say, oh, it's us and them, if it was just one culture, wouldn't it be boring? Because everybody would be doing the same thing. All these different cultures and ethnicities and faiths help us to be interesting, exciting, to learn something new. And if we can open our minds to be accepting of the differences, whether you like them or not, we can create a world community. In addition to the Kwanzaa history, as I said, there are the 7 principles, which are what the candles, which I'm going to talk to you about, is known as the Nigazo Siba, which is part of a 7-day celebration when African Americans reinforce their values, as I said, in the ancient culture. So there is a setting that's usually done, and it's placed around the house, and it's a part of your house, with 7 symbols utilized to represent the values of African culture and serve as a reminder of one's commitment to family and community. So if you find this space, and I'll tell you what the things are, and you can look it up online, and you can read it, and you can start it today and take it out till next week, the ending of Black History Month. It's a wonderful ceremony. So the first thing you put down is a mat. And this is symbolic of our tradition and history, therefore the foundation on which we build. This always reminds me of this verse from Ezra 3:11. It says, and they sang responsively, praising and giving thanks to God because the foundation of the house of the Lord was laid. That's what this mat is. That's what this Kwanzaa and getting it ready is all about, is laying a foundation to build upon. And once you have that mat in place, these are the things you can put on it. And I invite you to look it up online. It's a beautiful pictures and ceremonies and examples there. So on this mat, and when I did it at the Unity service, I had an African print mat that I laid out. And so then you put crops. They say whatever you can find as a crop. And these are symbolic of the African harvest celebrations and rewards of productive and collective labor. And then you put the candle holder. This candle holder, we had a beautiful cedar one that we put on the mat. And this is symbolic of our roots, our parent people, continental Africans. You also put a piece of corn. This is symbolic of our children and our future, which they embody. Think about the corn with all those little nodules. Those are symbolic of the children. And then you place those 7 candles in the candle holder. They're black, red, and green. And these are symbolic of the 7 principles we'll go through soon. They set the values for which African people are urged to live by in order to rescue and reconstruct their lives in their own image and according to their own needs. And we'll go through those and light those candles in our minds. And last but not least, no, sorry, I missed one. Then we put a unity cup, a beautiful cup. We had one at Unity. And this is symbolic of the foundational principle and practice of unity, which makes all else possible. We always have something that holds together. You see in Catholic Church, they have a cup where everybody sips from. It's that unity cup. Let's think of that cup as bringing us together. And then last but not least, because remember this was always done around Christmas time, when the time when you're giving gifts, there are gifts. And these are symbolic of the labor and the love of parents and the commitments made and kept by the children. So you put gifts around. So whatever you want to put around that, a book or whatever, is a gift. I would think right now a wonderful book to put on your Kwanzaa table will be The Hills We Climb by the young lady who read her poem she read at the inauguration. These are things that you can put on this table. So now that you have that table set and the candles are all there, we're going to light a candle each day. So envision this as each day. Starting with the black candle in the middle. That's usually done, like I said, on December 6th. Well, we're starting today. And each candle is subsequently lit, starting from left, moving to right every day. And we always restart relighting the black candle and the ones before going forward until we reach January 1st, or I would say the end of Black History Month. Until we're all prepared to go out into the world and hold on to these values. So let's take a breath in as we imagine lighting the black candle in the middle. You see a picture there on the screen. Light that black candle. And that candle is entitled Umunja, or unity. To strive for and maintain unity in the family, community, nation, and race. Breathe in those words. Maintain unity in the family, community, nation, and race. And our next candle. And if you were doing this at your house, remember you always light the black candle again the next week and start with the next and go through. And so go to the far left, red, and light that candle. I know we have wonderful imagination, so you can do it. Self-determination. We light this candle for self-determination. To define ourselves, name ourselves, create for ourselves, and speak for ourselves. Isn't that what we're doing this month? Breathe. Light the next red candle. Unjima, or collective work and responsibility. To build and maintain our community together and make our brothers and sisters' problems our problems and to solve them together. I'm going to read this one again because we really need this togetherness in our world today. So they light that candle for collective work and responsibility to build and maintain our community together and make our brothers and sisters' problems our problems and solve them together. Let's bring taxes in parts of the world that really need that community working together. Take a breath. And light the next red candle. Yama, or cooperative economics. To build and maintain our own stores, shops, and other businesses to profit from them together. There is a big push for black businesses to start up during this time and sell and feed our communities. I've read quite a few articles. So it's coming to pass, and the black stores have been hit even harder than others. So let's rebuild our cooperative economics, working together to build and maintain our own stores, shops, and other business to profit from them together. A community. Now we're going to move to the green candle next to the black candle. So we've lit the black, the red, the red, the red. Now we light the green candle. And this one means Nia, or purpose. To make our collective vocation the building and developing of our community in order to restore our people to their traditional greatness. Isn't that what we want? To restore our people to their traditional greatness. Hold on to that truth as you light that candle. Breathe. And now we light the next green candle. And this one's Kuma, or creativity. To do always as much as we can, in any way we can, in order to leave our community more beautiful and beneficial than we inherited. It's taking care of our earth, nourishing our grounds, not killing our fields, so that we can feed our people and be around for a long time, clean our waters, and all the things that we need. And there's a big outcry of that in environmental things now. And look at this. This was started a long time ago, and we're still affirming it. And let's do it to leave our community more beautiful and beneficial than we inherited. And the last green candle, now we have all 7 candles lit, and what a beautiful sight. And this one we light is called Imani, or faith. Imani, or faith, because we know with faith we can get through all things. And it says to believe with all our heart in our people, our parents, our teachers, our leaders, and the righteousness will victory be victory of our struggle. When we believe and have faith, as you see in the United States, people had faith and they believed, and they voted for who they knew would be right for them, and they got what they wanted. For most people, some didn't, but we have to believe with all our heart to pick someone, a leader, to bring us all through and work with our parents and all people to rise above the struggle, to move through the struggle to victory. So let's take a breath for a moment. We've just gone through those 7 principles which were designed by Dr. Karina. And these solidified the values of African culture. And it's not just African culture, it's of Black history culture, it's of our culture to bring us together as a community. It's based on family, culture, and all of us, regardless, as I said, of religious affiliations. Let's all just come together. And if you want to find out more information about the Kwanzaa service and its principles, go to the official Kwanzaa website.org, and it's all there, the history. So use these principles. They can be a system of beliefs for you. Use these as you go through your life. Just as we have the 12 powers that we're using each month from unity. Last month was faith. This month is strength. And we're using this strength of faith to move us through this pandemic, through these winter storms, through all these things that seem to be stopping us in our track, but to get us to keep on moving forward. And by understanding our culture and our history and our heritage, we get to be greater and more powerful and stand stronger in our might. Dr. Karina, another thing, she established United Slaves Organization, better known today as the organization US. And there were 7 children in this organization. Isn't that a coincidence? Since each child, excuse me, 1 minute. Excuse me, a lot of talking there. Because each child wants to be represented in each letter in Kwanzaa. So that was another part. So read about it on her website. So I say today, before we go into our meditation, continue to be strong, stand strong, and most of all, be love. So take a breath in, just like we've done for that reading, as we go into our meditation. Take a breath, and I'll read today's daily word. Let go, let God. I do what is mine to do and release the rest. I do what is mine to do and release the rest. Breathe. Over the years, we have accepted more and more responsibility and have grown in maturity and experience. We've also grown in wisdom and able to discern what is mine or ours to do. We have learned what to take on and what to leave for others. We've learned not to exhaust ourselves by taking on too many commitments. Perhaps most important, we know when to use our will and determination to make things happen and when to let go. Breathe. We recall times in our lives when we felt frustrated that events did not unfold the way we had expected. But we can now see how they unfolded perfectly, often in ways better than we could have imagined. So now let go. Let go easily, trusting in that perfection. Take a moment and breathe in as we let go and let God. Acts 17:24 says, in Him we live and move and have our being. As even some of your own poets have said, for we too are His offspring. So take another deep breath in as we slowly come back to this place. For we've let go and let God and are guided by the light of God to walk as one in our community, standing strong in our traditions, our heritage, and as one. As our closing affirmation, we'll use Nehemiah 8:10. This day is holy to our Lord. Do not grieve, for the joy of the Lord is your strength. So thank you, everyone. I bless you this week and every day and every moment as we let the light of God surround you and show your strength. Stand strong, trust, and let go and let God. Namaste. I behold the Christ in you.